Hello everyone, thank you for joining us again. Thank you for your time, we appreciate it. We are very happy to welcome you to listen to geopolitics. We're going to talk about the shift in diplomacy of India. India was expected to be an ally of Western countries because of China influence in the Indo-Pacific and also around the world, because India first has a population of 1,046,000,000. So out of 2025, it's a good country in terms of population, but also in terms of strength, and also its geopolitical location is also very good in case of
geopolitics.
Where's the future?
Encountering China, because it helps a lot if the US and the European nations become crucial allies to India. It can reduce the Chinese influence around the world, but also in the Indo-Pacific region. But India has shifted its focus because now it has joined the Zapad military drills, which are held in Kaliningrad, in Russia, but also in Belarus. The defense ministry of Russia said that 100,000 troops on the side of Russians participated in these exercises, but we don't know the exact number yet. But that's what they said. Putin was overseeing these exercises, but some people in the West see it as a way of provoking a war between NATO and Russia. If not provoking a war, but it is to test the West and see how NATO is strong. So India has
claimed some 100,000 troops took part in the maneuvers, though that figure is thought to be much lower in reality. US military officials were invited to observe the exercises along with observers from other countries. And I'm joined now by William Courtney. He's an adjunct senior fellow at the RAND think tank and a former US ambassador to Kazakhstan and Georgia, as well as a US-Soviet nuclear testing commission. Mr. Ambassador, President Putin attended the Zapad 2025 drills and claimed 100,000 troops were involved. How credible is that figure, do you think?
India is participating in these drills. Maybe the shift of India is because of the sanctions and tariffs that the US has decided to put on India because of its continued purchasing Russian cheap oil, because people in the West see buying Russian oil as a way of giving enough money to Russia in order to keep on funding the war in Ukraine. So they want the India and China to stop buying this cheap Russian gas and oil so that they can see whether they can reach a ceasefire in Ukraine. But Indians didn't. They thought that the West was bluffing, so US decided to sanction India with 50% of tariffs on its goods that were coming to the USA. But also the United States is also urging the EU, the European Union, to come on with sanctions to sanction China in order to limit the purchase of oil, so that the Russian can reduce the war machine or the effects of the war. So that's what they are trying to do. So India hasn't done a great in terms of this shift. Yeah, so it has to think twice in order to do things like this. The Indian Ministry of Defense has confirmed that it sent a contingent of 65 armed forces personnel to take part in the 5-day exercises This is not the first time India has participated in Russian-led drills, as it also sent troops for the Zapad exercise in 2021. Purpose. According to India's Ministry of Defense, the purpose of the participation is to further strengthen the defense cooperation and foster camaraderie between India and Russia, thereby reinforcing the spirit of collaboration and mutual trust. India's participation is taking place amidst a complex geopolitical landscape. It highlights New Delhi's long-standing and warm relations with Moscow, which date back to the Cold War era. Indian involvement in the drills has drawn attention from Western nations, particularly in the context of Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine. The European Union has expressed concern, with some leaders questioning why India would participate in exercises that stimulate a war with NATO countries. So it's not a good exercise to participate in. So that's what is happening here, guys. Thank you for listening to Geopolitics. Thank you for liking, sharing, and thank you for listening. I'm happy we are growing the channel, and it's going to be a great thing for us.